Hello guys and welcome to another first day overview. Today we'll be looking at Dead Space the remake. I must confess that I haven't played the first iteration, meaning the one that it released in 2008, so for me this is new. So let me tell you a little bit about the story and the settings. Set in the year 2508, an age in which the Earth's resources have been plundered, forcing widespread exploration throughout the galaxy. Planet crackers, mining ships that plunder barren planets for their resources, are everywhere, and the oldest of these, Ishimura, is illegally mining the planet Aegis 7, which is otherwise lightly populated with colonists. Meanwhile, some time ago, back on Earth, an alien artifact called the Marker was found and has formed the basis of a new religion, Unitology, under the leadership of Michael Adeltman, one of the original researchers of the Marker. Later, Aegis 7 is found to have a replica of the Marker, this one called the Red Marker, created by Earth government, who is responsible for creation and concealment of several red markers on various planets. Unitologists and Earth government officials formed two warring factions in the game. However, experiments in weaponizing the marker and its copies has resulted in what is essentially a zombie army, an infection that turns corpses into undead beings known as necromorphs, and they begin to emerge just as the colonists and Ishimura crew begin to suffer mental health issues and hallucinations. Arriving on schedule a while later, the maintenance ship Lian arrives to find that most people, all colonists and many Ishimura crew, have been turned into necromorphs. The protagonist is Isaac, whose girlfriend, Nicole Brennan, was the medical officer on the Ishimura, and he is frantic to find out what has happened to her. So this is the main plot of the game, and this plot is revealed through texts, audio logs, and some holographic videos that you can see and find around the ship.
How can that be the transformation the teachings promise?
We're witnessing a new beginning, Terrence. For unitology, for humanity. Of course our faith is being tested. Everything is about to change.
That's what worries me. And recording. See you later.
When it comes to weapons and fighting, I must confess that I enjoyed it. What sets apart Dead Space from other zombie and or monster shooters is that you don't have to aim for their head. Instead, you have to aim for their limbs, as monsters are brainless, so to speak. Which kinda makes sense, as zombies are supposed to be brain dead, so why shoot them in the head then? You have a variety of weapons here, from plasma cutter and pulse rifle to reaper and flamethrower, and a few more that I didn't unlock yet. But what about the monsters? The necromorphs are mutated corpses, reshaped into horrific new forms by extraterrestrial infection derived from a genetic code etched into and transmitted by the markers. The resulting creatures are extremely aggressive and will attack any uninfected organism on sight. The sole purpose of the necromorphs is to acquire more bodies to convert and spread the infection. The space combat feels more satisfying, detailed, and grosser than Callisto Protocol, which is the main point of a horror action game. Because of the killing mechanics, this game feels like a third-person shooter. You'll have to aim for the monster's weak points in order to not waste ammo. I also find it well optimized the way you assign weapon shortcut, as it can be seen here. Each weapon in the game has a unique upgrade path with nodes to improve damage, ammo capacity, reload time, and fire rate. Not every node yields an upgrade, but unlocking the best weapon upgrades requires inserting the power nodes adjacent to one another. This allows you to extend the branches of the upgrade path accordingly. These nodes can be bought in the store or found throughout the ship. With the nodes, you can increase as well the suite stats like health, energy, air, or so on. There's not much I didn't like about this game. The visuals are okay, but nothing special. I mean, they are good enough to create a good atmosphere. But when we compare the cutscenes from the Callisto Protocol, we can see that there was more effort put into making them and making them more real and look a lot better than what we can have here in Dead Space. Don't get me wrong, the visuals are not bad, but they are nothing special. as you can see here in this cutscene. One other minor thing that I didn't like is that you don't have autosaves, like most other modern games. I like that you can shoot at monsters' limbs in order to kill them. This feels refreshing. I enjoyed combat as it didn't have to get up close and kill monsters, but I had the option as well by using the Reaper gun. Another thing that I liked is that the game has a way to highlight the path to the goal. You press X and it highlights the path to take to reach your goal. This also can be seen in the map as well. It helps when you wander around exploring for resources and you want to get back to the correct path as fast as possible. One other thing that I like is the train system that you can use to travel to different parts of the ship. As you can see here, it shows you where you are and where your goal is, and you can use it to reach that certain point faster. Fastest way to move around the ship. I always dreamt of doing some space runs, so in this game I had the opportunity to do that. I like that it mixes things, not really running on a ship in space, but doing something different as well. And also you have monsters to kill. The minor inconvenience is that when you try to refill with air and you finish but you don't lift your finger fast enough, the character starts to rotate. The combination of sounds with the dark areas create a really scary feeling. I think this creates a perfect horror-like feeling using sounds like his breathing when he gets scared, screaming sounds that sometimes can be heard, and all other sounds related to the ship and the perfect lighting, or the lack of it. The choices that you have to make in order to open some doors, like the choice between light and air, adds up to the feeling as well. The creators made one of the best horror-like games I have ever played, and I think it's also better than Callisto Protocol. The story is good, the ship is well designed, and the backstory seems to complement the main story. Like I said in the beginning, I haven't played the original or any other Dead Space game, and maybe because of that I find it really good. The weapons, with a different way of taking down the undead, plus the suit, which looks amazing, makes the game feel refreshing in the horror genre. Sure, the game is not perfect, it has some stutters here and there. On my hardware it didn't feel so bad as it didn't well below 30 frames per second at 1440p, but it doesn't take from the fact that Dead Space is a stunning example of how to blend lighting, sound design, structure, and vocal capture to deliver an impressive game. So it is worth the money. If you like horror games and you don't want to wait for fixing some minor things, I don't think you'll be disappointed. I do recommend this game and I plan to finish this game unlike some other recent releases like Forspoken. So thanks for watching guys and hope to see you in the next one. If you liked the video, please subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up button.